we're here today with Faye Presbury from the Royal Women's Hospital's NETS service, Newborn Emergency Transport Service, operating out of the Royal Women's Hospital for around 32 years. Now, NETS has transported around 35,000 babies since it began in 1976. That's an amazing number of babies, Faye. Tell us a little bit about the service.
Well, sure. We're a 24-hour service. We're based at the Royal Women's Hospital, as you suggested, and we either go out and retrieve babies by car, ambulances, helicopter, or by fixed wing. So half of our transports are done by emergency transport, and then half of our transports are done by back transfers. So we take the babies back closer to home so that the families can interact.
Fabulous. So those numbers that we're talking about, half of those are the emergency transports that are actually from rural hospitals into the larger, more city hospitals that have better facilities, and the other portion of them are returning home where they can be with their families and their support networks. That's right. Wonderful. And tell us a little bit about the story with baby Jada.
Okay, well, Jada was born in a rural hospital in Victoria, and she was born at 33 weeks gestation, or 7 weeks early. And where she was born, there's a fantastic GP who supports babies when they're premature or unwell at delivery. And Jaya, fortunately, when she arrived very well, and actually really only got moved from the hospital because she's premature, but she's had no breathing problems, and really she's come to this Metropolitan Hospital in Melbourne just to really gain weight and observe, and she's going back home tomorrow.
Well, that's great. That's really special treatment to get that journey and to be taken care of in such a way when she's doing so well. Now with me is Ray Crossman. Ray's a neonatal transport nurse, and she works with NETS out here at Essendon Airport. She does a lot of transfers for the return babies when they're going home. We're going to have a look, see what they're equipped up to do. So Ray, tell me a little bit about the equipment that we find here.
Right, well this Atom incubator is large enough we can actually put 2 babies in if we had to. Twins we often carry in the same incubator, especially due to space constraints in the aircraft. You can see it's actually quite tiny. We often have adult patients on board at the same time, so we can put twins together and secure them quite nicely in this.
And what about this section on your right there?
This section actually fits another lengthwise trolley, and we have 2 incubators. Often we have 2 babies going to the same destination, in which case it's much more financially viable to have them on the one trip. The most I've ever had on board at one time is 5 babies, a set of triplets and a set of twins. So
my goodness.
We had 2 cots here with 2 babies in each and 1 in this. But generally 2 babies and occasionally 3 babies if there is a set of twins amongst them. The beauty of this vehicle is this seat I'm sitting on. Prior to being given these vehicles, which thanks to a very generous donation from the Variety Club of Australia, particularly the Vic Bash people, we were in a very small van, a fixed seat. It was difficult access to both babies. Whereas this seat is quite movable. I can manage to look after the 3 babies I may have on board very easily and safely. The other thing of note in this vehicle is this contraption here, a freezer. We're dealing with newborn babies and express breast milk. Often it's frozen, so we can really look after the breast milk properly.
And I understand these vehicles were actually purpose-built, Ray. Can you tell me a little bit about the criteria that was involved, such as taking into consideration the noise and the vibration when the babies are being travelled?
Yes, all those factors are important, and one of the ways we've adapted to help with the vibration is the incubator actually has a squish mattress, a gel mattress. So hopefully that absorbs some of the vibrations for the baby. These are actually double-walled incubators as well. That helps to reduce the noise levels. When the babies are in the air, we actually put little earmuffs on them. Sorry, I don't have a set to show you today, but they're just little earmuffs, little yellow earmuffs that fit over.
So little Jada will be travelling in one of these back to Horsham within a few days?
Perhaps this same incubator. and it could be myself, I'm not sure yet, but I may be doing it.
Brendan, tell me a little bit about your experience with NETS.
Catherine, in 2004, Christine was pregnant with twins, and they come a little bit early. They come at 14. They were 14 weeks premature.
14 weeks.
14 weeks, yeah.
Goodness me.
And unfortunately, we didn't have time to get to a metropolitan hospital, so they were actually born in our local hospital in Horsham.
Okay.
And they were quite fragile, as you can imagine.
Yes.
You probably can't imagine it now,
No.
but so Net's come and transferred them from our local hospital down to Melbourne to the Royal Women's.
Okay.
And as you can see, they've done pretty well so far.
Absolutely.
And after 14 weeks, they transferred us back to Horsham.
So seasoned NETS travellers, obviously.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, it's happened again because little Jada here was born 7 weeks premature just last week, and Net's come and got her as well, and she's doing really well, so she's actually going home tomorrow.
One of the other fabulous things that NETS provide is this wonderful pack of beautiful organic and natural products from Aroma Baby and Pure Spa. So there you are, Christine, there to use at home.
Thank you.
That's a little bit about the wonderful service provided by the Neonatal Transport Service in Victoria, but hopefully you won't have to use that service.